So this may be my most unusual entry to Offbeat Auburn yet. I am at the Crayer Nature Preserve, which is on North College, just outside of Auburn. I've actually walked out here before and probably shot a couple videos out here maybe. I didn't walk out here this time. I drove out here because I'm supposed to meet someone. So this is what's so interesting about this. There is a book that was published just over a year ago. It's called There's Treasure Inside. And it is basically, it falls in the genre of armchair treasure hunts. The author of this book, who has a lot of money to spare, hid several treasures around the country worth a lot of money. The largest treasure that's hidden is worth over $1 million actually, and there are 4 other smaller boxes that are worth well into 6 figures. Again, this book was called There's Treasure Inside, and the author is named John Collins Black. And he published this book, and the book, supposedly you can read this book and glean clues from the text and figure out where these treasures are. This is a book that I've been aware of since it's been published in late 2024, and on and off I've been interested in trying to solve some of the puzzles and try to figure out where some of these treasures are hidden anywhere around the country, anywhere around the U.S. In fact, just in the past month or so, I've been twice to Arkansas, 10 hours away, doing what's referred to as a boots-on-the-ground hunt, search. Because, of course, you can study this book all you want, try to figure out the clues, but at some point, if you want these treasures, you have to actually go boots on the ground. Now, I've been looking for one of these smaller boxes, smaller treasures. It is generally referred to as the Pokémon Box. Pokemon, that's the same Pokemon as the Pokemon Go or the card game, which I know nothing about Pokemon really, but there is one of these treasures is somewhat themed after Pokemon, and it's called the Pokémon Box. And a friend and I who have been interested in that particular box, we're pretty convinced, as many others are, that that particular box is probably somewhere in Arkansas. And I'm not going to go into any more details about that because I'm a little cagey about that. I don't want someone else to find the treasure. But anyway, just as recently as last weekend, I actually drove through the night, drove 10 hours into Arkansas and searched for a couple days in the wilderness, in a particular part of wilderness in Arkansas, in the Ozark Mountains, because I was pretty convinced the box was there. Didn't find it. That's my second such unfruitful trip. But I do plan to make some others later. I do have to actually teach for the rest of this semester, so I probably won't find time until the summer when it's going to be a lot hotter in Arkansas. Okay, so what's that have to do with me being out at Louise Crayer Nature Preserve in Auburn, Alabama? Well, it turns out the week after I get back from Arkansas, I'm online, and there are various discussion boards, you know, Discord servers on Reddit, things like that, where people talk about this treasure hunt. And it turns out that there's a fellow who makes a lot of YouTube videos about there's treasure inside in these treasure boxes. Turns out he's convinced that this same Pokemon box that I went to Arkansas last week, he's convinced that it's at the Crayer Nature Preserve, 10 minutes from my house. I'm not convinced of this. I've watched a video or listened to a podcast where he was interviewed about his theories and why he thinks it's there. I'm not convinced, but you know, that's kind of the beauty of these treasure hunts. People, all these different people read these books, and we all try to figure out what the author was thinking. And the author has not obviously told us where these things are, but we all read these things and we interpret clues differently, or we see clues where other people don't, and so forth. Anyway, this guy's coming to Auburn, and I saw this, and I reached out to him and said, hey, I'm looking for these boxes too. I'll feel really stupid if this thing is 10 minutes from my house rather than 10 hours from my house. But I thought if nothing else, I'll meet up with this guy. His name is Bruce. I don't know his last name yet, but he's done videos on YouTube. I was aware of who he was before I realized he was coming to Auburn. Anyway, so I'm at the Crater Nature Preserve right now. I've shown up. He's supposed to show up within the next half hour. He's coming from a long distance away, I believe. He said he was flying into Nashville last night. I think he was staying with relatives or something. And then he's driving down to Nashville to be here. That's a non-trivial drive. That's like over 5 hours to drive to get here. And I hope to meet him. I don't plan to debate theories with him about the treasure hunt. I mean, again, we have our different opinions about these things. In a way, I hope he's right and I'm wrong. I would love it for a treasure to be buried out here and for him/us to find it today. I'm skeptical, but I wish him the best. And if nothing else, that's the author of the book, John Collins Black. You know, he said, if nothing else, this book, even if you don't find a treasure, I hope it inspires people to meet other people and to go out on gorgeous days and look, go out in the woods, go out in nature, and that's exactly what's going on here. This is middle of March in Auburn, Alabama. The weather is perfect today. It's in the mid-70s, absolutely no clouds in the sky. There are no mosquitoes out yet, and it will be a nice day to walk around this park and look for treasure. Even if, I mean, I'll help the guy look, I'll help Bruce look, but I don't think it's out here. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. I will try to take some more videos today once he shows up, with his permission, of course, and he very well may be taking some videos to put on his YouTube channel and things like that. But that's what's going on. That's why I'm out here, and we'll see what happens. I'll also try to, in the future, maybe put some updates on future boots on the ground when I go out looking for the Pokemon Box or any of the other treasures that are referred to in this particular book. So that's that.